Shalom, all praise to Yahweh Shem Yahushai, Bahashem Rakah Kadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, and Shalom to the hopeful elect. This is Adama from the GMSLA camp, and the Spirit came on me to accentuate once more the spirit of prophecy, man. That who the essence of who the Most High is, you see? Who the Yahushai is, okay? And therefore, who his men and his followers, the spirit that they should be under, you see? I was scoping out one of the brothers' videos, man, the camp videos from the Bay, and there was this, this Edomite that came up, and he was just talking about all the warm, fuzzy feelings that are so-called associated with the Most High in the scriptures and Jesus, fucking so-called Jesus, right? And about, love and fucking, just hugs and just how much you love the Most High and all this. But really, the true essence of the Most High is not all about that, man. About a warm, fuzzy fucking feeling, man. You see, one of the questions was during camp was that if Yahushai, the Son of the Most High, returned today, would you be able to point him out? Would you notice him, right? And the motherfucker's response was, I don't want to know what he looks like more than I want to know who he is, what his essence is. And this is his essence, man. This is who the Most High, this is who Yahushai really is, man, and who they are about. It's prophecy, man. And we're going to prove that through the scriptures. This is in Revelation 19:10. And I fell at his feet to worship him. And he said unto me, see that thou do it not. I am thy fellow servant and of thy brethren that have the testimony of Yahushai. Worship Yahweh, for the testimony of Yahushai is the spirit of prophecy. Okay? So see, he claimed to have the spirit of the so-called spirit of Yahushai. He even got to the point where he started naming the name, man, calling him Yahushai. But this is how you know if you have the spirit or not, man. It's through the prophecy. If you have the spirit of prophecy, or have the understanding, wisdom, knowledge, and understanding of the prophecies, man. And that's a constant throughout these scriptures, man. I'm going to prove that. Ecclesiastes 39:1. But he that giveth his mind to the law of the Most High. Okay? And supposedly every Israelite is supposed to have done this when they came in, man. To have made a vow to the Most High, which we already did in the wilderness. But make a new vow to the Most High to follow him, man. To what? To give your mind and body to the law, man. To the laws of the Most High. But look, it's going to tell you this, a stipulation to that. Look at this. But he that giveth his mind to the law of the Most High and is occupied in the meditation thereof, right? So if you're occupied, and brothers always bring out a beautiful point, occupied, occupado, meaning this is our job, this is our occupation, man. And is occupied in the meditation thereof, right? Will seek out the wisdom of all the ancient and be occupied in prophecies. Look at that. So it's telling you, showing you that these the law Israelites are going off by not focusing and being occupied in prophecies, man. You see, that comes in tandem. You give your you're in the laws of the Most High, you're going to be into these prophecies, man. Okay? Because that's what the Most High is focusing on and dealing with and driving home, man. Is these prophecies. What is going to befall this fucking place, man? The destruction. Because once again, this place has exceeded itself in wickedness, man. Wickedness has exceedingly polluted this entire earth. You see? And the Most High is preparing to fucking wipe out the inhabitants of the land once again, man. Just like the flood. That's what we're dealing with. That's what the times we're in, man. Okay? But look at this. It says, we'll seek out the wisdom of all the ancient. Look at that. That's a key. Because telling you that this is what the ancient men did, man. This is the wisdom of those ancient men, those prophets that have been before us, man. Is the prophecies, man. Okay? The wisdom of the ancients is the prophecies, man. What were they speaking of? Things to come. What are we speaking of? Things that are here, that are to come, and that are here, man. That have come to pass, man. Okay? Look at this fucking bullshit. It says in Jeremiah 28:8, the prophets that have been before me and before thee of old prophesied both against many countries and against great kingdoms of war and of evil and of pestilence. You see? So Jeremiah is telling you that the prophets that had preceded him brought out the prophecies of destruction in the current society, the current regime that each prophet was under. And it's no different for now, man. When you look at every prophet in the scriptures, each one of them prophesied the downfall and destruction of the current kingdom that they were in, man. And look at it. Look at us now, that we're now in the current American empire. And we're once again prophesying the fucking annihilation of this society, man. Yearning for it. Seeking after it. Hastening to it, man. The prophets that have been before me and before thee of old prophesied both against many countries, great kingdoms of war, of evil, and of pestilence, man. And that's what our job, that's our occupation, man, primarily, is to bring out these prophecies, man. Okay? The prophet which prophesieth of peace, when the word of the prophet shall come to pass, then shall the prophet be known that Yahweh hath truly sent him. So look at that. So these Israelites who said Jacob's trouble isn't gonna come, that they say the mark of the beast ain't really that big of a deal. It's just the popping a white woman, or Christianity, right, or sin, right? That they are prophesying it falsely. They are speaking falsely, right? And look what it says. It will be known. That it will be known if they're a man of the Lord, and it is already known based off of what they're saying, what they're bringing out, and it actually coming to fruition. You see that? It says, the prophet which prophesieth of peace, when the word of the prophet shall come to pass. Because look, the word of the prophet I'll blanket it right now, of Great Millstone, of the brothers, the elders, apostles and elders on down, right? That we're prophesying the word, them as the word of the prophet, which is what? Death and destruction, right? These other prophets, they're prophesying of peace, you see? But look what it says. When that day comes and when the shit really comes down and goes down, based on the occurrence, based on what happens, then you'll be able to determine and divide it up and see who the Most High sent, man. You see? And that's already manifesting itself. That's already revealing itself who those men are, man. Okay? 2nd Esdras 9:1, and finish it off. Okay? He said, he answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself, and when thou seest part of the signs past, which I have told thee before, then shalt thou understand that it is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made. Okay? So the most is Salakia for my unclarity, for my lack of clarity on the scripture, but it says right here, he answered me is either an angel of the Lord or Yahweh himself. Okay? He answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself. Okay? He's telling the prophet Esdras to measure the times. He's telling him to clock the times that he's in. Okay? We're gonna get this. And for brothers who look up words in the AV 1611, just type whatever you want that you know that's in the 1611, and just look it up and just type it in and say AV 1611 in Google, and there's this website called av1611.com, and it gives you pretty much the breakdowns from the AV 1611 to give you a better context and for further breakdowns. Measure, it says, the whole extent or dimensions of a thing, including length, breadth, and thickness. Okay? Ooh, wow. Measure, okay? That by which extent or dimension is ascertained, either length, breadth, thickness, capacity, or amount. Okay? So we are ascertaining the dimensions of the climate of the current events. Okay? We are ascertaining the dimensions. What does that mean? When you ascertain, another word for obtain or to gather, right? Information, in the sense of information, to ascertain, we are obtaining what? The dimensions, which is what? Like when you measure something, okay? When you solve an equation, right? Apply a formula to solve an equation. We're obtaining the dimensions, right, for the climate of what's to come, man. That's what we're called to do, man. Here it says, let's get into this. It says, determined extent or length. We're determining the extent and length of the time we have left in this place, okay? Based on current events. That's measuring the times, man. He says, measure thou the time diligently. So basically, monitor. To measure is to monitor. And because when you measure something, you have to have something to measure it off of. Okay? And that's what we measure it off of, the scriptures. So it's telling you to measure the time. Measure it against what? Against the Bible. And what is the time that we're measuring? The time we're measuring is current events. The current time, the current day. What is going on in respects to the prophetic timeline? That's what brothers should be focused on, man. The nation of Israel, the men of Israel, huh? Not building up the nation, man. We got the kingdom for that. This place is about to be fucking destroyed, man. Measure the time diligently in itself. And when thou seest part of the signs past, which I have told thee before, through what? Through the prophets, right? Through his inherent given word, through the mouth of the prophets. It's then his inherent spoken word, outbreathed word from Yahweh B'Hashem Yahushai through the prophets. That's how he told us before. Then thou shalt understand that it is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made. So the reason why we measure the time and we monitor the current events and measure it up to the to the prophetic timeline, the timeline of prophecy, is to see when the Heavenly Father, Yahweh Hashem Yeshai, is going to bring this place to an end, man. Okay? That's what we all diligently hasten to, man. That's what we all just, our heart breaks for. It longs for it, is to get the fuck out of here, man. See, when the highest will begin to visit the world which he made, to make an appearance, just to make a visit, to make one final visit, to destroy this fucking place, man. And that is, you can say the highest, the Most High, because the Most High is coming down in the form of Yahushai. You see? Therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world, then thou shalt well understand that the Most High spake of those things from the days that were before thee, even from the beginning. For like all that is made in the world hath a beginning and an end, and the end is manifest. So you see, brothers, that's why we're required to focus on the prophecies, man. The spirit, Yahushai is the spirit of prophecy. That's the essence of these scriptures, man. Because what does it lead up to? All this is leading up to culminate to what? To Kainos, man. To the new earth, to the kingdom being established here on earth. And that's what is driving that in, man. That's what's bringing that in, man. It's the prophecies. So with that, brothers, death to America. Shalom.